Skyline Stories official channel subscriptions. On her first day, everyone warned her about the janitor. Not because he was dangerous. Because he was invisible. Don't worry about him. He's just maintenance. He practically lives here. Nice guy, but he's nobody important. 23-year-old Mia Torres nodded politely. New job. New city. New life. She wasn't interested in office gossip. She was interested in surviving orientation. The company was enormous. A billion-dollar technology firm occupying 30 floors downtown. Executives rushed through hallways. Managers spoke in acronyms. Everyone seemed busy proving how important they were. And somewhere among them worked an older janitor named Daniel. At least that's what everyone called him. The janitor. Not Daniel. Just the janitor. The first time Mia met him, she was carrying 3 boxes of training materials. And immediately dropped all 3. Papers exploded across the hallway. Folders scattered everywhere. Her coffee launched itself into a nearby wall. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Then while several employees walked around the mess without slowing down, one person stopped. The janitor. He crouched beside her immediately. You okay? Mia sighed. My dignity isn't. That earned a laugh. A real one. Then the janitor helped gather papers. Stacked folders. Even found the employee badge that had somehow slid under a cabinet. When everything was finally collected, Mia smiled. Thank you. The man shrugged. No problem. Then he pointed toward the coffee stain. Don't worry about that. You sure? I know somebody who cleans floors. For a second she looked confused. Then he grinned. And Mia laughed. Over the next week, something strange happened. The janitor became her favorite person in the building. Not because he was particularly funny. Though he was. Not because he gave advice. Though he often did. It was because he listened. Actually listened. Most employees spoke only when it benefited them. Most managers interrupted constantly. Most executives barely looked at support staff. But Daniel listened. Whether she was talking about work, her family, her fears, or the fact she accidentally called her supervisor Mom during a meeting. Twice. Daniel never laughed at her. Well. Not much. Then one afternoon she found him fixing a broken chair in a conference room. You know, Mia said, people around here are weird. Daniel nodded. Very. No, seriously. She sat down. They talk about employees like their rankings. Daniel kept tightening a bolt. That's common. I hate it. That made him look up. Why? Mia shrugged. Everybody matters. The answer seemed to surprise him. Then softly. Even janitors? She frowned. Especially janitors. Daniel smiled. A strange smile. Almost proud. Then he returned to fixing the chair. Meanwhile, upstairs, chaos brewed. Because the company's CEO had been gone for days. Nobody knew exactly where. Rumors spread everywhere. Leadership retreat. Private negotiations. International travel. Nobody had answers. Only the board knew the truth. And they weren't talking. On Friday morning, Mia arrived early. Very early. She found Daniel mopping a hallway. Morning. Morning. You ever wonder why people ignore you? The question escaped before she could stop it. Daniel chuckled. Every day. I'm serious. So am I. Mia frowned. Doesn't it bother you? The janitor leaned on the mop handle thoughtfully. Then answered. People show you who they are when they think you can't help them. She blinked. That was unexpectedly deep for 7:15 in the morning. Then he added. Being overlooked is educational. A few hours later, the entire company received an emergency email. Mandatory all-hands meeting. 11 a.m. Attendance required. Panic spread instantly. Layoffs? Merger? Corporate disaster? Nobody knew. By 10:55, hundreds of employees packed into the auditorium. Managers whispered nervously. Executives reviewed notes. Mia sat near the back, wondering where Daniel was. The poor guy would probably miss whatever drama was about to happen. Then the lights dimmed. The board chairman walked onto the stage. The room fell silent. Then he smiled. Good morning. Nobody smiled back. A classic corporate response. Then he continued. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce someone. The giant screen behind him illuminated. A photograph appeared. Mia frowned. The image looked familiar. Very familiar. Then her stomach dropped. Because the man in the photograph was Daniel. Not wearing janitor clothes. Wearing an expensive suit. Standing beside world leaders. Business magazines. Industry awards. What? The chairman continued. For the last week, our founder and CEO has been conducting an experiment. Silence. Absolute silence. Mia stopped breathing. No. No way. Then the chairman smiled wider. Many of you know him as Daniel. The side doors opened. And the janitor walked onto the stage. The auditorium exploded. Gasps. Whispers. Shock. Managers nearly fell out of their seats. Because the quiet maintenance worker they'd ignored all week wasn't maintenance. He was Daniel Harrison. Founder. CEO. Majority owner. Billionaire. And suddenly every conversation people had around him became terrifying. Then Daniel stepped to the microphone. Calmly. Comfortably. Like a man exactly where he belonged. Which he was. Then his eyes scanned the crowd. Stopping briefly on dozens of employees who suddenly couldn't make eye contact. Interesting. Very interesting. Then he spoke. Thank you for participating in my little experiment. Nobody laughed. Because everybody was busy remembering how they'd treated him. Then Daniel continued. I spent 1 week working as a janitor. A pause. I wanted to see how people behaved when they thought someone had no influence. The room became even quieter. Then Daniel looked toward the back. Toward Mia. The only employee smiling. Because unlike everyone else, she had nothing to fear. Then Daniel said something that changed her life. Only one trainee consistently treated me like a human being.